So it is currently 6:35 and I have my session with my trainer at 7 at Millennium. I just love that place so much. Like, it's just such a nice community and I love that gym. So very excited to go. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook on the way. I'm listening to Heart Minded by Sarah Blondin right now. I just started, so I don't know if it's good or not, but I love her voice. So yeah, excited to go. Well, let's do it. Okay, so the biggest change that I've made in the past few weeks especially has been how active I am, and I don't even want to say how much I work out because it's not just that. So basically, growing up I was an athlete. I did gymnastics, I was a dancer, and I did all sorts of other sports as well, and I loved it. That was like my life. It was the way I kind of expressed myself and let out some steam. And then once I stopped, I started working out and like going to the gym and stuff just because I wanted to be healthy, and I felt like that was the only reason I was doing it. I didn't necessarily enjoy it. And now I found an amazing gym that I love. It's called Millennium. It's in Ljubljana if you're from Slovenia. And I just love the like community there. It's just so nice. And I'm training with Naya, who's like a huge reason of why I love going to the gym now. Like, I just get along with her so well, and she's an amazing personal trainer. I'll leave Millennium stuff and Naya's Instagram and all that below if you want to check it out. I just love it so much. Like, I could have the worst day ever and then go there and feel really happy afterwards and for the rest of the day. Usually when we think of like, oh, I'm gonna change my life, we think of big things like I'm gonna move or start a new job, or just like grand, big, noticeable things. And what I've noticed throughout my journey is that usually like huge change and me actually feeling like a lot has changed for the better happens from like little small things. Like recently I started this new like really simple practice. I feel like overwhelmed or emotional, or I don't know what's going on, I just feel off. I put one hand on my chest, one hand on my stomach, I sit down and I just breathe and I just check in to my body and like what's going on. And just like putting your hands on these two spots, it's so comforting. It's like a hug from like your loved one or something, but it's you and you're taking care of yourself. And so it's like, okay, I'm here for you, Nika, what's going on, tell me. And it's just like that little thing you would think wouldn't do much, but it actually is like life-changing. And speaking of taking care of yourself in great simple ways, this video is actually sponsored by Function of Beauty, which I adore so much. So if you don't know, with Function of Beauty you can take like a 2-minute questionnaire and you can fill out your hair goals, your hair type, your preferences, and also you can pick your scent. So I just picked eucalyptus and mint, which I like, very like fresh natural scents, and it smells so good. And you also get to pick out the color, which, wow, I love this color so much. And you get to pick the name. So mine just says Function of Magic, but you can put your name or whatever you want on there. And yeah, I just love this. I wear my hair natural pretty much all the time, as you guys know, and so I'm just very picky when it comes to shampoos and conditioners, and it's so hard for me to find and enjoy a shampoo and conditioner, also because I like my shampoos to be more on the natural side. So Function of Beauty is free of parabens, toxins, GMOs, sulfates, and it's also vegan and cruelty free, which obviously is very important to me. So I'm just so happy with it. Like, I just notice such a huge difference when I use a nice shampoo. Like, I air dry my hair. I do as little as possible because I just don't enjoy doing my hair, like curling it or any of that. So yeah, when it's wet, I just kind of scrunch it and shake it out so it looks more natural and like beachy. I also use their serum, which I also really like, just so I keep my hair healthy and like soft. And yeah, also using these shampoos doesn't make my hair frizzy. It's just really soft and like nice and light, and I just really like it. So yeah, I'll link Function of Beauty down below. You can get 20% off, so definitely check that out if you want. You can purchase the products once, or you can choose their subscription, so you can keep getting your products and customize what you want. All right. Another thing that I've started is like, I have hobbies now. I didn't used to have hobbies. I thought I did, but I realized I was only like pressuring myself to do stuff just because I thought it was good for me. I didn't actually do things because I enjoyed them as much, if you know what I mean. And now like a lot of the hobbies that I do are active just because it makes me feel really good, but I'm like training on the balance board, which is so fun. I don't have it here. I just ordered one off of Etsy, so I'm waiting for it to come here. And then my sisters are teaching me how to skate with this like surf skater, which is super fun. I'm practicing handstands at home, and I'm just like having so much fun. And I feel like it just goes to show what a fine line there is between really like taking care of yourself and loving yourself, and then criticizing yourself for the sake of bettering yourself, if that makes any sense. Like, as you guys know, I've been in this healing self-care, self-love world since I've like recovered from psychosis, which was now a few years ago. And I'm all about like self-loving practices and doing all that stuff. Even though those practices are so positive and good for you, you can use them as a way to like pressure yourself and criticize yourself. And it's just like, it's self-hate. It's like, you're not good enough the way you are right now, so we're gonna change this, 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 and this. And it just like suffocates your happiness, even though the intention is so good. And so I just want to say, if you're pressuring yourself to like, let's say, journal every day, and you're like, oh, I don't even like doing this, I'm just doing it because it's good for me apparently, don't do it. Seriously, like, find something that's good for you, that you actually enjoy, and do it because you want to do it, not because like you need to pressure yourself constantly. So simple. It really is the little things and like little changes that make the biggest difference. Okay, so another huge change and improvement in my life for the past few weeks has been starting therapy again. And I'm so happy that I did it. I'm doing schema therapy, which is just amazing, super effective. I highly recommend it if you can afford therapy. This one is the best one I've tried so far. Schemas are basically your like deep core patterns that are destructive and not the best to have. And yeah, if you can afford it, highly recommended. If you can't, however, there is a book written by the psychiatrist, psychologist, not sure, who actually developed this therapy type. It's called Reinventing Your Life. I'll link it down below, and it's basically kind of like a self-help book. So it kind of explains how these patterns or schemas develop, why, and then also how you can kind of start working on them. So yeah, I finished reading that a week ago, and it's really good. Like, it's really easy to understand and implement, so highly recommend that if you're into that sort of a thing. But yeah, it's just been so nice. Like, I've noticed so many changes, and I just really wanted to openly talk about this because I feel like so many people have this perception that therapy is only for people who have really like intense issues or mental illnesses or something like that, and I don't agree with that whatsoever. Like, we all have so many like destructive, not so great patterns and issues, and like, why wouldn't you want someone, if you can afford it? Obviously, I know that therapy isn't the cheapest, but why wouldn't you want someone who's there to like support you and guide you and help you? Like, for example, you can work on your confidence or your self-esteem. You can work on how to set and communicate your boundaries. You can work on how to kind of deal with your emotions in a healthier way, or how to let people in more, how to work on, you know, cultivating healthy relationships. There's so many things that, you know, we can all work on, and it's just so helpful to do it in therapy. Like, coming from someone who knows a lot about healing, and I have like a certificate in trauma healing, I know how to do that stuff, and I can do it on myself, but it's just so helpful and so efficient to just let someone guide you and help you, and like a professional, you know. I've just noticed so many improvements in the past couple of weeks since I started. Like, I feel really confident, and it comes from like the core, you know, like this deep confidence, being completely okay and calm to assert my boundaries, tell someone no, or tell someone like, hey, this is not okay with me, this doesn't make me feel good. And I used to feel like so much pressure constantly, especially with work, and we've been working on that, and that has completely gone away, and now I feel like I can actually enjoy my life, and not everything is about being really good, you know. I used to like not want to start a new hobby because I was like, I'm gonna suck at it, and like that's completely gone away, and I just actually like can enjoy my life and like play and have fun, which I didn't feel like I really got to experience before because of all this pressure that I put on myself. And yeah, just so many amazing changes that I'm like so happy with.